Chosen ones, what's up? Check this out, man. We're fighting, man. We're fighting all these battles, but we're fighting in spirit. We're not fighting in flesh, right? That's what it is. Where it states in the Bible that we're fighting in spirit. We're not fighting in flesh. In other words, we're not fighting the person. We're fighting whatever is inside of him. We're fighting that spirit. We're fighting that demonic entity that's attached to that person. You know, I want to know, people, how you guys been feeling these past days, man. Has anything extraordinary been happening where you have a lot of insomnia? You're going to sleep at like 5 in the morning. Some of you chosen ones are going to sleep and waking up at at 3 in the morning. You know, those are the times of the witching hour, right? That's what they call it. That's the thinnest that the veil is going to be between the physical and the spiritual realm, right? So I want to know, chosen ones, what you guys been going through at these times. Like if you're waking up at these times, or if you have like straight up insomnia and you're not able to go to sleep. You know what I mean? Personally, I go through a lot of spiritual warfare, you know, because the more important your mission is here in life, the more harder your hardships and your spiritual battles are going to be, right? So, you know, a lot of chosen ones, like I say, you know, the universe, God talks through you through synchronicities, through numbers, through cats, through a lot of insects as well, you know, butterflies, you know. And when you're in tune with the universe, you're always gonna be getting all these synchronicities, right? So I want to know what's been going on when you're awake at this time, you know. Me personally, I start to pray. Now I'm starting to pray. You know, because a lot of strange shit been happening, you know, where I can't explain it. You know what I mean? A lot of low entities and a lot of monitoring spirits, a lot of familiar spirits intercept into your conversations when you talk to somebody, or when you're talking to somebody, you know, especially around that time. You know, around that time, it's like there's a lot of heavy traffic for spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? So a lot of the times, there's a lot of times where the enemy uses his spiritual attacks around this time, and they intercept your calls. You know, they have like glitches in your phone. They intercede your voice calls, your voice messages. I'm telling you, because it's for real. It happens. It's happened to me, you know. And a lot of chosen ones, you gotta be more attuned and more aware of your surroundings. You know, when shit happens like that, like let's say you send a voice message and everything to a friend, like at 3 something in the morning, and then all of a sudden you hear like a confirmation in the back, like another voice, and it's not even you. You know, you're there by yourself and you're like, what the fuck? So things that you're being watched, if you're being spiritually attacked, some of the signs are goosebumps, spiritual chills, right? That's what they call them, spiritual chills. So you need to watch out with that, guys. Where if you get spiritual chills after seeing something abnormal like that in your life, it's a heads up, you know, it's a warning, letting you know that, you know, it's an entity around your household, or around your aura, you know, where it's a vibration, it's energy that's darkness that is not yours. You know what I mean? Just a lot of times that shit happens like that. Cats going to your house, you know, at seeing cats like at 2, 3 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning, and you know, stuff like that. You know, so heads up. You know, not everything that you see or hear, not everything is of God. You know, so rebuke it in the name of Lord Jesus Christ. When you're by yourself or anywhere, I rebuke it in the name of Lord Jesus Christ. Anything around me, anything that's darkness, anything that is of evil entity, I rebuke in the name of Lord Jesus Christ. You know, there's nothing but light is able to come into my house. Nothing but light is able to be around me. I rebuke anything else. I ask with authority in the name of Lord Jesus Christ, and I rebuke everything for it to leave from my house immediately. So just letting you know also, heads up that I work by donations, guys. You know, my cash app is Trucks86. I do spiritual coach sessions. I charge $20 the first hour. After that, a second hour or anything like that is $10 more. All right, peace and love.